crucial that you get every gear change right. You know, one slip of the wrong revs or one position of your gear stick in the wrong position, you know, you can tear a gearbox clean out of this truck, no dramas at all. The cost of that could be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Hauling machines like these is worth big bucks.
I want to try and capitalise on as much money as we can extract out of that mining industry. If you don't know what you're doing, you know, moving a machine of this size could be a disaster. You know, you've got the width to deal with. We're nearly 7 metres wide, we're nearly 5.5 metres high, and we're just under 200 tonne. The whole aim of the game here is to get out of town before the major traffic hits. It's absolutely line ball. I'm waiting for the police officer to come up and say, listen, John, time to park up in the interest of safety, because this fog is like pea soup. It's thick as buggery.
Daybreak. John's 200 kilometres north of Toowoomba, and he's in luck.
Fortunately, just on the other side of John Darien, the fog sort of cleared. It's been an absolute perfect day. We've got quite a large convoy travelling here with this particular load. And the whole idea of running an oversized convoy like this is pre-warning to the traffic, especially the heavy vehicles. So when we come across another truck or a bus, it's important to give them enough time to pull up to allow us to go past safely. And that's why we give oncoming traffic more than 2 kilometres lead time to find a spot. If I pulled up and went off the camber of the road, there's a chance there that the actual shoulder of the road could collapse, and the, you know, if the shoulder of the road collapsed, effectively the whole truck would go down the side of the embankment. So that's just kiss your ass goodbye, Merry Christmas, end of the line.
Coming over the rise, John spots a rival trucker. He's been told to pull over, but continues down the road.
This is either going to end in tears, or he's going to end up with a massive yellow pinstripe down the side of his truck. There's not much going to be in it. It's going to be bloody close. Dickhead. But then the cheeky bastard gets on the microphone and wants to give me a spray.
Yeah, make sure you're off the road, though. You ain't slowing down for no.
Pull your head in, mate.
Idiot son of a.
I was supposed to pull up for you with a big 3v8 on tonight. It's lucky I was going the other way, you know, at 80 kilometres an hour, because had there been a chance to pull up, it would have been on like Donkey Kong. The most challenging part of this journey for me is probably the Duringa range. Catches a lot of people out. You sort of get used to the corners and used to how steep it is. But in the last about 75 to 80 metres, it just goes bang, straight up. It's crucial that you get every gear change right. You know, one slip of the wrong revs or one position of your gear stick in the wrong position, you know, you can tear a gearbox clean out of this truck, no dramas at all. Got an 18-speed transmission that effectively has to roll as smooth can be. If you dropped a gearbox, there's 50 grand laying out on the ground and effectively 2 or 3 or 4 days off the road. So you've got an unhappy client, $50,000 repair bill, and you can't get back to your job in 3 or 4 days. So, you know, the cost of that could be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars.
While steep roads can prove a threat to big trucks can inflict their own damage.
One of the biggest factors a lot of people don't realise is actually bitumen. When a road gets really, really hot and that bitumen melts, and you've got a truck pulling 200 tonne going up a hill, and those wheels are trying to drive, you know, at the end of the day, all it takes is those wheels to get one bit of slip, and it'll spit that bitumen out in chunks the size of family pizzas. My aim now is just to keep this truck going at a constant pace. I just want to roll on nice and soft through this bitumen here. I've done everything I can. I've moved the tractor forward to put plenty of weight on the drive so we shouldn't get any slippage.
He's picked the right gear and the right speed.
$1,000 for nearly 10 minutes of refueling. I've got no idea why the fuel's $1.60 here. Our average fuel consumption's been about 720 metres per litre. Compare that to your Falcon or your Toyota Camry, you'd be horrified.
Next morning, John finally delivers the bulldozer to the Curragh mine site.